Hey everybody,
Hi everyone,
Mr. and Mrs. Traveler here.
ElleKosGlam at home with cruise news.
All right everybody, welcome. Hope you had a wonderful weekend and a brand new week and one day closer to getting on our cruise ship.
Getting closer to sailing. Let's do this.
All right, so where shall we talk about today? This is ElleKosGlam.
First of all, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification button. That way you know we upload. We upload every week, and we like to go live on the weekends from wherever we are in the world. We update you with cruise news. We keep you updated with everything cruise travel. We take care of land trips. We do all that. And you can follow me on ElleKosGlam on Instagram, and you can follow Mr. Traveler at Mr. Traveler 74. Or if you're on Facebook and you choose not to be a grammer, you can head over to Mr. Traveler Cruise Lovers, where we like to discuss things, and you'll be the first one to see our videos.
Yes, indeed. So anyway, guys, let's get to the subjects at hand today. What shall we talk about?
So the first thing we want to talk about is the question of, will cruising start anytime soon? That's what we're going to be talking about. I have my notes ready, and I'm going to be focusing here on Mr. Traveler because he is the brain of our business. So he's like a walking geography book, okay? So I have some things that I want to get out, and I know that he want to chime in on some things as well.
Let's go.
Let's get started. First of all, we want to mention that the CDC has asked us as cruisers to petition them. So we're going to leave a link below if you want to go ahead and contact the CDC, if you want to be vocal, however you want to do it. But they are asking for our responses as cruisers to let them know when should we sail and if we will sail. So if you can, just go ahead and click on the link below. This will be open up until September 21st, and we need to let them know when we think cruising should return.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll have that on this video, and we'll put it on the Mr. Traveler Cruise Lovers group. So you can click on there. The CDC is looking for feedback from the public on their desire and thoughts on cruising. And so it's very important that we get out there and put that out there. Now, the CDC's no sail order comes to an end this month.
Yes, the end of this month.
However, CLIA, the Cruise Line Industry Association, which is the conglomerate of all the cruise lines, kind of their organization of cruise lines, did their sailings through the end of October 31st. So November 1st right now is the official date for cruising to resume in the U.S. Barring any future decision by CLIA to go a little bit further with the extension, or CDC putting their nose in our cruise business any further.
They have the right to do it. We gave them permission, so they can do that if they like.
Oh, we haven't given them no permission. They are sticking their nose in because, you know,
we have to stay safe.
Cruise companies are not U.S. companies, and therefore they won't destroy an airline, but they'll destroy a cruise line.
So the CDC no sail order will expire at the end of this month. Make sure you stay tuned so we can keep you post-dated on what's going on. On to the next subject. Did you know that the cruise lines have left the United States and they're just all in a cluster, as you see on this picture, sitting over in Singapore? So they had to go drop the crew off and they're waiting to come back. So the cruise lines decided to just stay over there, save gas, and just sit there. And do you see how many cruise ships there is here? There's quite a bit.
Wow, so that's a bunch of the cruise ships are over there, and then I think we still have a bunch over here in the Caribbean, right? Or have they moved on?
They have all moved on pretty much. There's only a few here, but if you can look at the map, okay? So I hope that you can keep up with the map that's going on the screen. But if cruising starts on time, the reverse process will start, which means they have to go back and get all the crew that they dropped off, pick them up and come back. And hopefully they will not test positive. That's the hope that we're hoping. And some people have to come over as crew on an airplane, which has been a big deal for Mr. Traveler because he's mad at the CDC already. So they have to fly back, or they're going to wait on the cruise ship. But the cruise ships I think they're being pretty smart with just sitting out there waiting to see what's going to happen. What you think, Mr. Traveler?
Yeah, I mean, it seems like a good process, and get these people back to work. And I get frustrated with it because we've been to Cancun and we've been on several airplane flights. We've been to different places, so I'm seeing people returning to somewhat normalcy and getting on with their life and getting on with moving forward. And I'm fully confident that the cruise ships can do the same thing. So,
well, Royal Caribbean has been working on the Wonder of the Seas, which is a new ship. It's going to be sailing out of China. The original name was Melody of the Seas, but now it's the Wonder of the Seas. It's going to be sailing in 2022. Okay, and just to let you know, Disney has actually pushed the date back on one of the sailings for one of the ships.
Yeah, Disney Dream is now December the 11th. It's pushed back, so yeah, just pushing things back.
Yes, that's the new ship. And let's just go ahead and give you the dates of who is selling right now. Things can change every day. The dates has been changing, but I'm hopeful we're going to be selling very, very soon. Hopefully we can go ahead and get past all this and start selling. So here's the selling dates that we have so far, and hopefully you can go ahead and read them on the screen.
So just for the remainder of this year, Royal Caribbean has decided to cancel all Alaska, Canada, New England, your transatlantics, and Bermuda sailings are all canceled through 2020.
The Odyssey of the Seas is delayed until April 2021.
We were supposed to be on that
We
ship.
were. Boo. Okay.
Norwegian is one of those that we are crossing our fingers for November the 1st.
And then also, Carnival is planning to sail November 1st, 2020. We supposed to be on that one too.
And so is Royal Caribbean is supposed to be coming back November the 1st, 2020.
And Princess Cruises is planning to sail December 15th, 2020.
So they pushed back quite a bit for Princess.
And also December 12th, Australia and New Zealand.
For Princess.
For a Princess. The Disney Cruise Line we just mentioned had a change, but the Magic is set to sail November 12th, 2020.
Disney Wonder is November the 20th.
And the Disney Dream was just pushed back. Instead of selling November 13th, 2020, it's going to be selling
December the 11th.
December the 11th, 2020. The Disney Fantasy will be selling November 2nd, 2020.
Oh, so that one might make it.
I'm thinking it will. As far as MSC line goes, the MSC Magnifica is delayed until September. Grandiosa is already selling, so it's going to resume selling this year.
Important to note that those are Mediterranean sailings,
Yes.
not U.S. sailings.
Those are Mediterranean, not U.S. Virgin Voyage is planning to sail November 1st, 2020.
Come
Hopefully.
on, November 1st.
We got our fingers crossed. And P&O Cruises is planning to sail November 13th, 2020.
And those are also your Mediterranean cruises.
P&O Australia is planning to sail December 3rd, 2020. Marella Cruises is planning to sail November 16th, 2020. Cunard Queen Elizabeth is going to be selling March 25th, 2021.
Cunard's Queen Mary 2, April 18th, 2021. The Queen Victoria, May 16th, 2021.
And that's it for all the sailings all over the world.
Well, that's just a taste of some of the sailings that are going to be going on around the world. So it's important to know, I guess the takeaway from this is that right now for our major cruise lines here in the U.S., we're still looking at the November 1st deadline. Nothing new to report there. Just that the Disney has pushed some of theirs back. I did hear an interesting tidbit today that Port Canaveral was saying that their CEO did say that he doesn't think they will return in 2021, which I find interesting. I mean, I don't know. I know it's logistically going to be a little bit of a challenge for them, but I really do think that they're going to try to push some of these cruise lines and push some of these cruises out on a limited basis. And I think that we may see that maybe out of Miami. That might be more of the push for some of the early trips. So we shall see. And he said also when they do resume that it's going to be at 50% capacity for the ship. So I think that we expect that when they return, it's definitely going to be a reduced capacity. Carnival Cruise Lines is doing some stuff to their website today where a bunch of the November cruises have disappeared. for right now. Last time they did that, they came out with some additional announcements for things. But it's important to note that not all the ships are missing from that November timeframe, just some. So maybe we're working on doing some reductions, or maybe they're going to do some canceling and leave some ships on there. I would expect that to be the case. So we'll see. They're definitely in the works. The CEOs, as we reported out before, are definitely interested in getting back to service. Obviously, they're trying to get back to making money. So they're looking at other industries getting back, the movie theaters, the airlines, different entertainment venues are getting back to doing things in some kind of fashion safely. And so they're urgently ready to get back to this. You know, obviously when you have something like Royal Caribbean and Norwegian getting together to come up with safety guidelines for both their companies, I mean, that's huge. I mean, it's like McDonald's and Burger King getting together and doing something. I mean, that's really huge. These are competitors, but they're competitors that are trying to stay alive in this industry together. So, you know, strengthen numbers in this case, I would say. So we'll see. I think we're going to see as that deadline, again, if you guys would click that link below or go into Mr. Traveler Cruise Lover Group, click that link and let's tell the CDC how we feel and what our thoughts are on returning to cruising. Once that deadline passes, I think you'll see more of a reaction from the CDC. We'll see where they're at. Hopefully they allow the cruise lines to self-govern their return and not just put this blanket stop to cruising. Let's try to get back there and get there safely. I think that we can do this with the cruise testing, with the COVID testing on site, and the careful precautions during the cruises. I'm all fine. I'm all good with that. So I think we'll see some things coming up really close. I would think that we are going to see something next week, I'm going to say, because as we get into the latter part of September here, that November date is creeping up really quickly here.
It's coming up fast.
So if we're going to see some cancellations and things like that, I think we're going to. I would suspect something by next week.
Me too. I agree with Mr. Traveler on all the points. If you want to watch that video on the CEOs that we did, click right here. The video will be here where the CEO and cruise lines are fighting back. And we did a whole video just on that one thing. So go ahead and look at it if you like. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you so much for watching, everybody.
Life's short.
Have fun, guys.
See the world.
Go on, I did see it.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.